With the introduction of new tilesets to Nightingale, building materials can get pretty pricey. The Obsidian tileset, for example, needs thousands of gems to build even a modest estate. Today I figured I'd share my method for farming up mass amounts of building materials, and I hope it helps. First things first, Nightingale has added some automation tools to gathering. I'm talking about these workstations, which are unlocked in the Structures tab of the progression menu. For now there are only Tier 1 versions, but I do believe that there are plans to release more. As builders, we're primarily interested in the wood and mining stations. We typically only need 1 or 2 wood stations, but at least 3 mining stations. 1 for stone, 1 for ore, and another for gems. As you can see, I've got 4 here. Operating these requires residents, which are survivors who we've specifically recruited. They can be found on many story maps, 2 of which should be in the Abeyance Realm and the Survivor Camp. You can otherwise find survivors in any aid or defense POIs in Untamed Realms. To have them as residents of your estate, all you need to do is to ask for their calling cards. You can then manage them and their jobs at your estate cairn. But keep in mind that these stations are all slow and it'll take time to gather the materials you need, so these are best used to supplement your manual gathering process. Now the key to farming materials is the same as most other game loops in Nightingale: preparation. Having the right tools, outfits, and cards makes a huge difference. Of course, how much you're able to prepare depends on how far you've progressed in the story in the first place. For example, the method I use requires access to a crude portal and peeps box, which are unlocked when you get access to Sylvan's Cradle. This is also when you first get access to the axe pick, which in my opinion is the best resource gathering tool in the game. You'll also get access to the Antiquarian Major Realm cards, which are the best for gathering mass amounts of wood. 2 charms also become available, Lumberjack and Mining, and you'll probably want to apply them to your outfit to help increase your output. We'll get more into that later. After beating Sylvan's Cradle and unlocking Welkin's Reach, you'll get access to the Astrolabe Major Realm cards, which are best for farming stone and ore. Better yet, you'll get access to Oberon's Bounty, which should always be in your axe pick, no matter what. Unlocking Magwitch Marshes gives access to the Lumbermill and Quarry Miner cards, which increases wood and stone yields respectively. And then unlocking Gloriana's Tears allows you to get the Forge Miner card. You'll also get access to the Ghost card, which is currently the only way to help increase gem yields. I really don't use it though because it makes the realm kind of foggy and hard to look for gem nodes in the first place. I think the better way to get a lot of gems is to set up an ore mining station as early as possible, so you can just start getting those long before you even need them. Now let's focus on gear, which we'll want to update as often as possible. First up is that axe pick I was talking about. Because we're going to be using this only with Oberon's Bounty, we don't really care about how much damage it'll do. If you read the description, it says that resource and essence yields increase with higher magic, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to increase magic as much as possible. So for materials, I highly recommend using Burlwood as it has increased magic, and you can farm these in desert realms pretty easily. For ores, Shimmering, Cobalt, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Noble Hollow are your choices for metals, from worst to best. If you have the Alchemist Miner card, be sure to play that while making your axe pick. Then you can stack magic infusions on top of it too. You should also optimize a specific outfit just for farming, especially after you reach the Watch. Honestly, most of what we need here is just more weight, stamina, movement speed, and stealth in that order of importance. For weight, Fabled Haddix's Ox are best for increased weight, but you can also farm Shellyax's Yoke if you've beaten Vulcans and are still in the storied realms. A couple of charms you should consider for your outfit are Wanderer and Raven. They'll just help you in finding nodes. Wanderer can be unlocked straight away, but Raven requires completing Edgar Allan Poe's questline in Hallowed Moor. Alright, let's go on a farming run just to show how it all kind of works together. As for the best realms to visit, I highly recommend Swamp Realms, mainly because it's pretty flat and your path is pretty straightforward. You just go in a circle. We'll want a regular Astrolabe Swamp card, no need for it to be ascended, and we'll want a Forge and Quarry cards. When you open the realm at your portal, it's best to reset it and to make sure it isn't public. This is important so it's a fresh realm that you can play minor cards in. Before we hop in, grab enough materials to make a peeps box. This will come in handy while farming. And once in, the first thing I usually do is head for the Realmic Transmuter. Let's play the Quarry card. From here, we go to the closest bit of land so we can start our farming run. That looks like a pretty nice spot. All we gotta do now is just cast Oberons and smack away until we're burdened. And you'll notice like after we hit these stones, we're getting 40, 50, 60 per hit. And that's really nice. Now that we've cleared up this area, let's boost up in the air and find the next spot. There's some. Let's go smack some more nodes. Okay, there's the groan. We're full of stone. If you've got a survivor helping you out, you could just offload it onto them and keep going. I personally use a peeps box. We'll just build one real quick. Pop everything in. Dismantle and keep going. Alright, so that's the entire map done. I even went back to the Realm transmuter and played the forge card and then went again to grab ores. Time to head back home. Now we're back, I suggest putting your peeps box materials in a specific storage bin so it's easy to find later. I've got this toolbox here specifically for that purpose. Then you can open up your home's peeps box so you can just move this stuff to your main storage. We ran a couple of circuits around the map, like once for stone and the second time for ore. It took a couple hours total and we netted this much, so it's a pretty good system. Anyway, that pretty much sums up the techniques I used. Hopefully you find them helpful. If you got some of your own tips that I didn't cover, be sure to share it with us down in the comments. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Peace.